Hello, today we will talk about Hall effect sensors, which are devices that sense the presence of a magnetic field and produce an output as a response to the field. The sensor works in the following way. We have a conductor material here and we apply a voltage at its ends. Therefore, the electrons will move from the negative to the positive side. Now, if we bring a magnet close to this material, the Lorentz force will tend to move the electrons in this direction. The negative charges will accumulate here, and the positive holes will move in the other direction. This is known as the Hall effect. Therefore, between these 2 points, we will observe a voltage, which is the output of the sensor. This is the principle of operation of the Hall effect sensor. Let me make an analogy to illustrate the concept, using a current carrying conductor. This is a copper wire, does not respond to a magnetic field, but if we make a current circulate through the wire, let me turn on the power supply, I have 1 amp circulating through the wire, and now I bring the magnet close to the wire, and we can see how it moves to the upper position. This is because the Lorentz force is acting on the electrons of the electric current. Hall sensors have 3 pins. Usually the first pin is the positive of the power supply, the middle pin is negative or ground, and the third pin is the output. They are built in such a way that between positive and output is as if there were a switch which is normally closed. That is, we have current flow between the first and the last pin. But if we bring the south pole of a magnet to the front face of the sensor, the switch opens and the current cannot flow. In order to close the switch again, we need to bring the north pole of a magnet to the front face of the sensor, and the switch closes again. Let's see it working. We have positive connected to the first pin, negative to the second, and the LED is connected between the first and the third pin. I will apply 3 volts. I am turning the power supply now, and the LED goes on. Now I bring the the south pole of the magnet near the switch, and the LED turns off. South, north, and so on. The Hall sensor can only handle a few milliamps of current. If we need to drive a load which requires higher current or even AC to work, we need to add a transistor and a relay to the circuit. In this case, the output of the Hall sensor drives the transistor, which controls the current to the relay. And the relay in turn can turn on and off the load, in this case a lamp, which is connected to the mains. Here's the circuit, the original with the Hall sensor, and I added the transistor and resistor, and it is connected to a 9-volt relay. Here's the full circuit. The 9 volts DC from the power supply are used only for our Hall sensor circuit, and the mains, which are these points, will be used to drive our lamp. 1 point of the mains go to the lamp, and the other contact of the lamp goes to the common contact of the relay. The other point of the AC goes to the normally closed contact of the relay. And these 2 points are the contacts of the relay coil. Okay, now the lamp is connected to the mains. It is on because I am using the normally closed contact of the relay. Let me now turn on the power supply and the lamp goes off. Now I take my magnet and bring the south pole close to the Hall sensor. Turn it around and there you have it. We are turning on and off this load using the magnetic field of the magnet. If your load is DC, you can forget about the relay, this part of the circuit, and put your load here in place of this diode. Of course, your transistor must be able to handle the current that your load requires. Thanks for visiting my channel. I hope you find this information interesting and useful, and see you in the next video.